Hey guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Kelsey, and if you're just joining us for the first time on our channel, then welcome. I'm glad to have you. Parties can be really expensive and hard to plan, especially if you're on a tight budget. So in today's video, I'm going to give you tips and tricks on how to plan an affordable party that's still fun. I really wanted to make this video because right now I'm in the process of planning Kenzie's first birthday, and so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to kind of show you guys what I've been doing to plan her party and still keep it affordable but also look super cute. There are so many different ways you can plan a party and still stay within a budget. The other night at like 2 a.m. I just got downloaded with so many thoughts of ways to plan an affordable but awesome party that people actually want to be at. So I wrote a whole list here, so I'm kind of just gonna go off here and talk about what we're doing for Kenzie's birthday and ways we're saving money. Alright, so I hope you guys find this interesting. I'm gonna make sure I'm inserting clips throughout this whole video so that you can see the things that we purchased for Kenzie's birthday or get different ideas for your own parties. So yeah, let's get started. So number one, pick a theme. Themes don't have to look cheesy or cheap. They can look elegant and beautiful. For Kenzie's birthday, her theme is Kensington's Palace. If you don't know what Kensington's Palace is, it's where all the royals stay in England. And so I thought that was the perfect theme for her because obviously her name is Kensington and it's gonna be a princess theme. We want it to be very garden-like and very whimsical. I don't want it to be cheesy princess. So we want it to look really beautiful and elegant. I personally think that every great party has a theme. Try and think creatively and outside of the box. So for instance, since Kenzie's party is called Kensington's Palace, when the guests walk into the party, there's gonna be a table there that has a bunch of different crowns. We've got the crowns off Amazon, we've got some at Target. They have them everywhere at Party City. So we got a bunch of paper crowns and a few princess crowns. And I'm gonna have a sign that says crown yourself. So when the guests walk in, they automatically know that, okay, this is a royal party, it's a princess party. And so yeah, so that's kind of how I introduce the theme when the guests come in. My second tip is Pinterest. I know that sounds so simple, but honestly I've gotten so many great ideas that I've kind of put my own twist on off Pinterest. So I really believe that Pinterest is your go-to for party planning. That's been a place that I found a ton of my inspiration for Kenzie's party, and it just helps you get in the planning mood and gets you excited. In the search box you can even type in princess party and it'll come up with everyone that has thrown princess parties, tons of cute ideas. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, obviously you've got to let people know that you're having a party. So sending invitations is super important, and today technology is huge obviously, so it's really nice. You can do a Facebook invite that doesn't cost you any money. So I've done Facebook invites in the past and you can add your own pictures to them. You can fill out all the details, and I think that's super simple. I feel people like Facebook invites. It's easy to find. If they forget where the address is or what time the party is, they don't have to worry that they've thrown away their invitation, so they can just go on their phone and look up the time. So I think that's a great way to save money, is just Facebook invites. However, for Kenzie's birthday party, we did buy actual paper invites because I wanted to have it for a memory in her baby book. So that's one reason. But another reason, I just wanted to send them out to all of our friends and family. Zazzle is an affordable, awesome site to get paper invites. They're really great quality. So yeah, this is what her invitations look like. I think they're so beautiful. I love the floral print. And of course it goes along with the princess theme. I think I only paid $20 for 30 invites, so they were really inexpensive. So Zazzle is a great option if you are wanting paper invites, but like I said, if you're wanting to keep it as affordable as possible, then Facebook invites are where it's at. Tip number 4, DIY. That is like a huge way to save money. Me and my mom are DIYing so much for her birthday party, and it's honestly been really fun in my opinion. I think it's been really cool to see like different things come together. My mom is doing the most beautiful like tulle table skirt, and she's done it by herself and it looks so cool. I think it's really fun to DIY different things for parties because one, they're not only personal because you've created it, but two, they save money. And so in my opinion, I think it's a must for planning an affordable party. Tip number 5. Ask for help. Ask friends and family to help. I don't really like asking for help from my friends, but I promise you like it's worth it. I have asked a few of my friends to help with setting up for the party, making different things like making cookies or brownies or whatnot. So that is a big help. Planning parties is a ton of work, and so the more people that you ask to help, the easier it's going to be on yourself. I'm asking to borrow my sister-in-law's like rectangle table. She has like a bunch of like party tables, so we're using a bunch of party tables, different tablecloths from her. I'm asking different friends to bake things, like bake cookies for the dessert table, and then of course for like the day before or the day of, I'm asking people to help us like set up, get everything ready. It just saves money instead of like hiring help or hiring a bakery to like bake your different cookies or whatnot. So it does help in the long run in my opinion. Don't be afraid to ask. I feel like people do want to help, like people love being involved in different things. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help. Tip number 6. Flowers. So I am obsessed with florals at parties. They can get really expensive. So if you're trying to find ways to save money on florals, there's two things. The Dollar Tree has a lot of fake florals, and I will say that they do kind of look cheap and not that real, but there are a few different stems that I have found at the Dollar Tree that look actually really nice. So you can either use fake florals from Joann's, the Dollar Tree, Michael's, anywhere like that. You can get them on sale, like 60% off I've seen sometimes, and that's a great way to save money. Just doing fake florals. Some fake florals to me look real, so if I can find things like that, then I will use them. So if you are insisting on having real florals at your party, then my tip is to go to your local farmer's market. Our farmer's market in Seattle is super affordable. I can get like a huge, beautiful bouquet of peonies, tulips, like any flower you can think of if it's in season, and you can get big bouquets for $20. So what I'm doing for Kenzie's party is we're getting like 5 huge bouquets for $20. So we're spending $100 altogether on the flowers. Then once we get them home, we just take them apart of the bouquets and kind of make our own arrangements. So yeah, that's a big tip on flowers. Go to your local farmer's market. Also Costco, if you have a Costco membership, I think you can get like 2 dozen roses for $24 or something like that. If you don't have time or if you don't have a local farmer's market, then go to Costco. That would be your best option, I think, for real flowers. Tip number 7, go to the dollar store. Seriously, utilize the dollar store because we have done that a ton for her party, and you can save a ton of money in different areas. For instance, you can find great glassware. If you're throwing a dinner party, they have plates, they have glasses, they have so many great things for only $1. I always try and utilize the Dollar Tree as much as possible because it does, in the long run, save you a lot of money rather than going to Party City that like marks up the prices for things like so much. So yeah, I promise you it doesn't have to look cheap and inexpensive. The Dollar Tree actually has a lot of great options. Okay, tip number 8, be resourceful. And what I mean by that is using things around your house. So for example, we have a ton of like vases in our house. We have like nightstands we're using. There's a lot of things around your house that you wouldn't like automatically assume would work, but try and be creative, get resourceful like I said. apothecary jars. I have a ton of those from parties I've done in the past, and then I've also used them in our bathroom. We put like our cotton balls and stuff like that. So you can use apothecary jars. Those are awesome for a dessert table. You fill them up with candy and they look really beautiful. Cake stands. I have a ton of cake stands around my house that I've used for parties in the past. Blankets, if it's going to be like an outside garden party, you can throw blankets everywhere. So we're using a ton of different things around my house for her party, and again, it's inexpensive. You don't have to purchase anything, you already have it, so it works great. Tip number 9 is try to make all of your own food. Do not cater, in my opinion. Catering can get really expensive, especially if it's a larger party. You're gonna have to feed a ton of different mouths. So I am making all of the food. My mom is helping, my brother's girlfriend. There's so many people helping. Like I said, this is kind of going with tip number 5, is asking people for help. My dad is going to be barbecuing burgers and different things like that for the guys so that they stay full. But I'm making a lot of our own food, little tea sandwiches, a lot of different like baked goods, things like that. We're gonna have pasta salads. Costco is a great place to get like large platters of things. They always have great options. For example, a way that I'm saving a ton of money is on the cakes. So we're gonna have a smash cake for Kenzie and then a larger cake for everyone. And a few years ago, I got into the hobby of baking, so I learned how to bake my own cakes. And I did that because I knew that I liked party planning and I knew that it would save a ton of money. So now for every party that I throw, I try and make my own cake, because cakes can get up to like $200 and I just won't spend that much money. You can learn how to make your own cakes off of YouTube. Seriously, like search in how to make a cake. It's not as hard as it may look. It does take a lot of patience. It's very tedious, but if you're dedicated and want to save money, then that is a great way. Alright, tip number 10, have it outside. And I know this might be hard depending on where you're located, but I'm in Seattle, so there's no excuse for you, because Seattle, it's always raining, I swear, but we're still praying to God that it does not rain, but we're having it outside. It's gonna be at the end of May, so we're just praying and believing that everything goes as planned and it's sunny and beautiful. Let nature be your decor. I really do think that you can save a lot of money on decorations if you have it outside, because outside is beautiful. There's beautiful trees and plants and flowers, and I do think that adds a lot to a space. My dad has a beautiful backyard, so that's where we're having the party, and I think outside is great because you have a lot of space to work with depending on where you're having it. I just think outside is best for parties because, one, you don't have to worry about people spilling things around your house. You can keep it clean. Outside is great because kids can run around. There's a lot more space for outside, obviously depending on where you're having it, but my dad's backyard is a pretty good size. We're going to be having like different yard games, which keeps people entertained. So we're going to be having like ring toss, beanbag toss, we have tic-tac-toe, we have a kids table where that's filled with like bubbles and crayons and everything like that. So there's a lot of different like elements working around our party. I think a big thing of how to plan a great party is to make sure you have fun things for your guests to do. I'm making a whole photo booth area that will be fun for guests. I have different props that they can use that are always fun. I feel like people love pictures. I think a photo booth is a great way to add some fun into the party, and then people can go over there whenever they want if they're bored. Then we have the dessert table, which is obviously a hit. People love dessert. It's a great way to add decor to your party. People love music, people love food, people love pictures. So try and have all three of those elements and I think you'll be good. Make sure that people aren't just standing around awkwardly. Go interact with them, introduce them to different people, get them like playing games so that they can interact with different people and it doesn't feel like awkward, like you're making just like small talk with someone next to you. I feel like if you're playing games with someone, it's not as like forced conversation, it's more fun. So yeah, that is all of my tips. I hope you found this video really helpful in order to plan your party, and definitely leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. I love trying to think of creative ways to plan a party. You can create a super special and beautiful party for you and your guests that doesn't have to break the bank. I will be filming next month Kenzie's actual birthday party, so make sure you stay tuned, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss that, and you'll be able to see everything that we did there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you very soon.